let's say that it's Raptors Hawks to get into the 8th seed. I might be biased, but I'm going to go with the Raptors. I think they're a more well-rounded two-way team with more depth, more better bench, better coached, better leadership. I think veteran leadership. But I think it would be a good game too. I wouldn't necessarily be comfortable when that game's starting.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of the worst matchup for the Hawks, as in like we have Fred VanVleet, who's going to be one of the best defenders on Trae Young. We have great wing defenders in OG, Kerry Trent Jr., locking up, DeAndre Hunter, Kevin Huerter. And then we also have solid, like, pseudo, like 4-5 to match up with John Collins, Scottie Barnes, Pascal Siakam. And then we could just attack them on every front. We could kind of spread out and let Freddie just go one-on-one with Trae Young. Oh, now they're not putting Trae Young on him. They're putting him on Gary. Okay, spread out, like Gary go one-on-one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just, the whole one lineup, the whole like starting lineup is able to go one-on-one and play. And I think they will pull it off just because that extra defense, that extra energy, being in home court.
Yeah.
I think they'll be able to get it through. But yeah, I think it's going to be close. And if we weren't fans, we might be saying just go with the best player. But I think the Raptors will be a playoff team this year.
Yeah, I agree with that analysis. The thing that's weird to me is the Raptors this season playing in front of their own fans have been so bad. They've been brutal. Like they've played so much better on the road and in front of no fans than they have with fans. It's the weirdest thing.
Well, like to be fair to the Raptors players, there's only been fans for like
that's true. Very small sample size. Yeah.
Very small sample size.
Yeah.
Like so it's not really like they had fans. They're better playing against fans that boo them away.
Yeah. It's weird.
Rather than playing against empty arena. So maybe they just feed off energy, and now that we're actually getting home court back together, it can help out the Raptors. But the Raptors home court has always been complemented by players like LeBron, everyone who comes through with the Jurassic Park stuff, and with these one game play-in situations, the fans will show up. Playing Jurassic Park will be packed out. It'll be fun to see, and hopefully we avoid it because we're only 2 games behind the Cavaliers. But it's been looking rough without Fred VanVleet right now. So Freddie and OG both have to return soon because this Raps team, and Malachi Flynn's out now too, and they just signed Amari Brooks. So yeah, this Raptors team is struggling with injuries. Hopefully everyone comes back and they can make that push to the 6th seed to avoid this whole play-in debacle.
Okay, so that would set up a first-round matchup of the 1 seed Miami Heat versus our 8 seed Toronto Raptors in this scenario, which is just something like you can't even make this stuff up. Like it feels like it's out of a movie. The first season of Kyle Lowry not being a Raptor, meeting them in the first round. He hasn't even made his Toronto return debut back to the fans. Maybe that would even happen in the playoffs. Like that would be insane. But yeah, the very emotional series, obviously. And I think when the Raptors are at their best, when they're not injured like they are right now, like if they were playing like they were pre-All-Star break, I really think they can stack up with almost any team in the NBA. And they kind of match up well with the Heat, in my opinion. They're just really deep, really, really well-rounded, really two-way. Everyone can shoot. Everyone can score when they need to. I think it'd be a really good series. The Heat are better with their top-end talent. They have the guy who's going to win 6th Man of the Year in Tyler Hero. But I really do think it would be a pretty tightly contested series.
Yeah. The last 3 games they played were amazing games. Overtime, close, hard fought for, amazing games to watch. One of the funnest games to watch this season as a Raptors fans. But at the end of the day, Kyle Lowry didn't play in those games. Bam only played 1 or 2 of those games. And they're just better. And if they're fully healthy, they're going to have the same safe as us. So even though I think it's going to be a great series, a hard-fought series, a fun series, I, like even the most Raptors fans, have the Heat in 6.
Yeah, Heat in 6. I can see it going 7. I just think like, I don't know, like, it'd be really fun. The Raptors, like I said, when they're at their best, Pascal Siakam has been this is the best he's ever played in his career. Like like pre-All-Star, the last 2.5 months of Pascal Siakam and OG, when he comes back, and Fred, All-Star Fred. Scottie Barnes is only getting better, getting more used to the game.
Per game,
Yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, the Heat are deeper. The Heat are better in their top 3. So this is definitely I would definitely take Heat, but 6 or 7 for sure. I'll go 6.
And that's good for the Raptors. I think if you told them like, hey, Scottie Barnes is going to be in rookie contention, Freddie's going to be an all-star, Pascal Siakam is going to play like his all-NBA self again, Anunoby and Gary Trent Jr. are going to make leaps and become better starters. And also say Malachi Flynn's going to show flashes of being a great backup point guard.
Yeah.
Precious is going to show flashes of being a great backup center. If you tell all that stuff's going to happen at the start of the season, you're going to be happy with that. And you're going to say you're going to push the #1 seed, Miami Heat, to 6 games, maybe even 7. I think we'll take that. And I think it's a good, successful season. And besides that, this season's about growth. It's going to have a little ups and downs. We're currently in a down with the 2 injuries to Freddie and OG and the team losing to sub 500 teams. But this team and Scottie Barnes and this whole season has been fun to watch. And it's going to be a fun series.
Yeah, the season's going actually a lot better than I expected it to. I mean, especially as it was going in the first 1 or 2 months there, it was pretty rough. But yeah, like this is the Raptors that we're used to seeing. This is the Raptors of old. Yeah, even if they lose in the first round, you know what? I really do think it'll be a successful season. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here so you never miss the best clips from Stretch the Floor. Hit the links in the description below to find us on all podcast platforms. And follow us on Instagram.